So, I was driving around in this general area a little while ago, and I saw a pair of old, dirty shoes with the laces tied together hanging from a power line, and it made me think, what's up with that? You all know what I mean. This image. You've seen it before, somewhere, and it's always the dirtiest, grottiest, stankiest shoes you can ever imagine. Lord knows how long they've been there. So, I got to digging. I googled shoes on Powerline and opened every article, and here's what I found. When I think about what it means, the first thought that came to my mind was, oh, just a game, innit? Just kids being bored. And that's possibly part true. What I did not know was that apparently seeing these mythical Powerline shoes meant you can score drugs in the area? I'm sorry, what? Let's back it up a bit. Let's turn back the hands of time and find out what really is up. Alright, I've compiled the list of possible collective reasons as to why we sling our feet prisons up so high, and liberation for Sophie's delectable digits isn't what the internet's brain says, much to your chagrin, I'm sure. So, drug dealer nearby, meaning you can score your weeds for injecting or shelving. Gang crime or gang presence in the immediate area kinda comes hand in hand with the drug dealing, does it not? Hey, dangerous assumptions aside, this seems to be the most popular theory as to why some choose to decorate the power lines with their sweaty fleech lights. Some articles even think they got this as the concrete identifier. Kids being silly little cunts, silly little ones, and doing it as a joke on their buddy or just to be a bully. Kids can be cruel, so they decide to take little Timmy's Doc Martens and show him that his $14,000 shoes don't mean shit when they're hanging from the power line. Some theorize that it's to indicate that there's been some form of pew-pew violence, or even to memorialize those who were victims in that area, which is pretty dark, but kind of a nice sentiment. Shoe trees exist. Yep. Here. Shoe trees. They can sometimes have themes. Humans are fucking weird. There are also some reports that it's actually a form of urban expressionist art called shoefiti, which is like graffiti but requires much less artistic talent. Some theorize that it could be to symbolize some event has happened in an area, like a wedding or a christening or the end of a school year. In the 1997 political satire comedy film Wag the Dog, it is explained that shoe tossing, as it's known, was a tribute to the sergeant as a form of memorial for him. But of course, it being a movie, it can't be trusted. But one article did note that it could be related to the military in some way as a celebration of completing basic training, but again, pure speculation. Right, so from that, we could extrapolate that we learned absolutely fuck all. What I gathered is that it may mean a gang hangs out there. I may be able to score my weeds somewhere there. Or that may be some kids decided that little Timmy didn't want to wear shoes anymore. Apparently, there was a study in 2015 of shoe tossing data in Chicago, which I can't find anywhere, that determined once and for all that shoes dangling from power lines across the city and their relationship to drug dealing were correlation, not causal. Meaning, yeah, we learned absolutely fuck all. Tell them maybe, maybe not. There's actually a real sport that spawned from this, welly wagging. Competitors take a Wellington boot and throw it as far as possible. The sport originated in, of course it was England. Of course it was the British. In the 1970s and was a smash hit, becoming a staple of festivals in many different countries, including Australia, Estonia, Finland, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Russia, and New Zealand. I thought we were better than this. There's a paragraph here, and I'm gonna just read it verbatim, because what the fuck is white people culture? A bastardized amalgamation of every other culture. Hey! Peter Ditchfield, writing in Old English Customs extant at the present time, from 1896. We also throw old shoes after young married folk in order to express our wishes for their good fortune. Probably this was not the original meaning of the custom. The throwing of a shoe after a bride was a symbol of renunciation of dominion and authority over her by her father or guardian, and this receipt of the shoe by the groom was an omen that the authority was transferred to him. In Kent, the shoe is thrown by the principal bridesmaid and the others run after it. It is supposed that she who gets it will be married first. It is then thrown amongst the men, and he who is hit will be first wedded. Bro, what the fuck? Side note, there's references to shoe tossing in the form of protest, and I don't really give a shit, but the principal example is former President Bush unlocking Ultra Instinct to dodge the shoe during a press talk in 2008. What a video. So, to summarize, no one actually knows. The original meaning behind it appears to be lost to time, but it seems to be a monkey see, monkey do mentality when it comes to shoes ending up on Powerlines. Somehow, we all heard some explanation and decided, good enough, and went about our day. And somehow, it seems that the vast majority of us all heard one of three same things. Gang nearby, kids being kids, or the most common, drug dealer in your hood. And I find that fascinating, because there has to be a modicum of somewhere in there. So which is it? I guess time won't tell. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.